like and subscribe, or I'll give you 2049 to test on you. Me. Who are you? SCP-166. I'm an SCP that degrades man-made objects. Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down? When you're in the casino having a good time, then SCP-1440 decides to play one last game of poker. Well, fuck, it's a die-die scenario. The All Death exists. The Scholar King. Visible and internal terror. Guards in a containment breach. Lifeguards in Olympics. Completely useless. Serpent's Hand when the SCPs don't cooperate and go on a killing spree. Well, fuck. Chaos Insurgency after raiding a site that is used for SCP storage only. Wedi class. GOC. Acting to be depressed. SCP-999. Barbel explaining why he's helping the MTS get through Site 13. Without the Foundation, crime has no punchline. Laugh. Hey, what the hell happened to our omissioned employees? The Foundation Counterintelligence Agency and Memetics Division. You referred to SCP-2521. Panic. It was on million images. Calm. You just referred to SCP-2521 in writing. Panic. SCP-2599. As soon as someone commands her to kill 682. SCP-682, when being cross-tested with SCP-173, get the fuck away from me. SCP-131, he does exactly what I do. SCP-999, but better. SCP-682 has breached containment. A researcher proposed a way to contain it. The researcher is Dr. Bright. SCP-682 on a rampage. SCP-999 giving him a hug. When SCP-999 sees someone being depressed. SCP-999. Are you challenging me? Blind people usually. I'm too weak. Blind people when dealing with memetic kill agents. Unlimited power. When you're so ugly 096 looks away from you. Staff fighting to see who took SCP-500. Dr. Bright snorting the pills. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. SCP-914. It's 4 PM time to test another 5 copies of 17 again. Yes, nuclear. Say the line, Bart. Did you know that world-renowned writer Stephen King was once hit by a car? Just something to consider. My reaction to the SCP-6670 article. When it's almost Christmas, but your 8-year nephew says the tall naked man is back, the what? The GOC, after their 2000th omniscient entity is killed by SCP-6442, they can't keep getting away with it. This bastard exists. Every conscious entity in the entire multiverse, confused screaming. Them, how many humanoid SCPs are there? Me. Takes a seat. My friend. Calls me to show me something. Me. Stands up. 2950. Psych. SCP-682 when it realizes there are other indestructible beings, so it can never truly kill everything on Earth. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Everyone looking at the sun. SCP-096. God creating all of the anomalies, knowing damn well a guy with a chainsaw cannon is gonna try to kill them. SCP-096. A mountaineer looking through old photos. The Foundation sending an MTF to contain an extremely dangerous new anomaly. Some of you may die, but that is a scarifice I'm willing to make. People after sawing SCP-3078. You're breathtaking. The Foundation secretly changed SCP-2521's number to something else that's not 2521. That's why you don't die when you say 2521. Jamming out to a 2-pack disc you got recently. It calls you out for murdering someone a year ago. I love the SCP Foundation. Pill time. What is the SCP Foundation? 3 rules. No wishing for death. no falling in love, no bringing back dead people. I wish to have a SCP-096 picture on SCP-173's face permanently. There are 4 rules. SCP-173, hippity hoppity, you go blink, you go droppity. SCP-4973, Site 19. Anybody that's against them, the O5 Council, call an ambulance, but not for me. The UN anywhere, the UN in aftermath. Dr. Bright, Dr. Gerald being just as crazy. SCP-524, when he sees anything. The UN minding its business, the Foundation. 3 rules, no wishing for death, no falling in love, no bringing back dead people. I wish I can identify the bodies in the water. There are 4 rules.